Russian food. Пирожки, солянка, кевер...
Real Russian food.
This one, and this one, and... Today, you are a regular Slavic Boris, like me, and we're going to eat real Slavic food. Oh, this is cooler than Space Journey, so it's time to prepare your anus. Hit the like button, write your favorite dish in the comments, and let's begin. Real Slavic food. Canned beef.
Тушенка.
It's the most popular crab among the Slavs. Half the shelves are filled with cans of this stuff. It will always help you.
Не лезь.
In a nuclear explosion, flood, earthquake, or if you are too lazy to cook.
Это неинтересно.
Basically, anything can be inside. Not necessarily beef. Porridge, fish, dumplings, pasta, everything. It's not food in the usual sense. You can't just open it and eat it with mayonnaise. No, of course. Who's gonna stop you? Slavs like to put something in a can and then open it with a knife, teeth, nails, ears, блять. That's the whole point of buying tushonka. The opening process. The dumber the way of opening a can, the more attractive a Slav looks in the eyes of others. And most importantly, of women. That's what he thinks. Basically, he only becomes more attractive to other men like him. They just get together and open each other's cans. For example, it is often customary to take tushonka with you into the forest and heat it up over a fire. A closed can explodes, and a desire to eat in the forest disappears forever. Until the next week. The most classic recipe for a meal with tushonka. We take the noodles, all the noodles we have in the house, 200 to 400 kilograms. Boil it for 5 to 7 hours until it absorbs all the water. We put one piece of meat and crush it until it covers all 50 pounds of pasta. Generally, you can eat it out of the pot. But if you are an aesthete, you can put it in a plate and add mayonnaise.
Don't forget the mayonnaise.
Very tasty and budget-friendly. Bon appetit! But this recipe won't pass the Slavic death test. It's too fancy. Ideally, it should be gobbled straight out of the can with a knife, finger, boot, блять, or other maximally suitable thing. Doing all this shit is being savvy. If you can open a can with your eye, you're savvy. A real Slavic man can only open cans with his body parts. Note to self, comrade, this is the cheapest entertainment. Buy a can of meat, give it to such a man, and ask him to open it without a key. The main thing is to stand far away. Also, you can make such meat yourself. But a Slavic man will try to do everything with his ass, with savvy. So, usually the jar explodes, hitting everyone with shrapnel or goes dead. 10 out of 10. The price of a can is about $2. Hot dog.
Сосиска в тесте.
It's sold in canteens, schools, and made at home. It can be fried in butter. It can be rolled in a snail and baked. They can just throw it on an old piece of bread. It's called иди нахуй. But sausage in dough isn't very popular because it's not clear where to pour the mayonnaise. Sausage. Stop it. Sausage. Иди нахуй. Slavic hot dog is much more promising. Ух, блядь.
Hot dogs.
Для приготовления этих простеньких бутербродов нужно сосиски. К сожалению, сосиски не заменишь ни рыбой под названием минтай, ни одноименными консервами. Но если вам все-таки повезло, и вы купили сосиски, сразу начинаете делать
Hot dogs.
That's the real reason why IKEA exists. But that's all for Western spice. First of all, Slavs say hot dog. Сука! One word. Hot dog. Don't ask for hot dog in a cafe. They'll say, ой, блядь, we don't sell that fancy stuff. Rah. Simple. Hot dog. The most delicious and proper hot dogs are sold at gas stations. No one knows why. Sausage! Sausage! И нахуй. There is also a student hot dog. Or the end of the month hot dog. It's a loaf of bread with spicy carrots, mayonnaise, and that's it. Slavs have no idea what a hot dog looks like. Therefore, they cook it as the name suggests. We take Olivier, we mix it with mayonnaise and fry it in a waffle iron. Huh? Does that look like a hot dog?
Вафлі хот-дог. Це сосиска.
Or you could take a bun, stuff it with last night's stew, and put mayonnaise in it. Best thing to do is just leave the bread and mayonnaise. It's even tastier to turn a hot dog into a shawarma. Slavs only eat shawarma on the street. Shawarma, блядь! Take the pita, put cheese on it, sausage, spicy carrots, блядь. Tell when it's enough. Fry them, блядь, and eat them. Ah, no! You have to add mayonnaise after every bite. 8 out of 10. The price of a serving is a kilo of carrots. This needs something to wash it down with. But, Mrs. Restaurant Warden, I don't want to drink mayonnaise. May I have some hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate? Like this?
No, a drink. They put cinnamon in it and marshmallow.
Who the блять are all these people?
Nesquik, cocoa.
Ah, cacao! Of course, my friend, we have cacao.
Сука, I don't want it anymore.
Too late!
Так, слюни. Какао.
Какао.
We take cacao powder from the Soviet green box. We dump it in a pot, boil it for 140 years in milk until it forms in a milk skin as thick as a cock. And then we pour it out of the bucket into handless glasses that burst. You don't remove the residue. It gives nourishment and the memory that you live in the SSSR. The skin on the top is for dessert. That's the best part, блядь! The resulting earthy barley mash with the white film is the real Soviet hot chocolate. You wanted Nesquik? You got it. Almost no difference. Bon appetit. 1 out of 10. Price of a serving is free. This is the SSSR. If you fail to drink it, no one will take offense. Nobody drinks that shit anyway. After lunch in the cafeteria, it all just goes in the trash. And then, having had enough fun with your suffering, the cafeteria warden will pour you a
Компот.
It's made from
Сухофрукты.
no spices except sugar and the bay leaf that accidentally fell in there from the borscht. But it is still delicious. Yeah. Dried apples, apricots, and pears must be boiled until they turn to mush in a huge pot labeled waste or compote. Then the warden pours it all into glasses with a huge ladle. Ideally, the compote should be strained, but nobody does that. There is still fruit in the compote. You can eat them. Since they stick to the bottom, you have to get them out with your fingers. You can get the pit out of the apricots, put it under a chair leg, crush and eat it. That's the best part. because it's believed to cause poisoning. And it's a chance to get out of school early. You can make it yourself by throwing any dried shit in a pot. Not necessarily apples. И нахуй. Just ask your grocery store for things like pineapple, rose hips, strawberries,
Изюм, урюк,
and
чернослив. Чернослив?
by the way, as you can tell from the name, causes instant diarrhea. 10 out of 10. The price of a serving is a day in the toilet. Блин! Just thinking about that shit makes my guts grumbling. Ah, no! And that's all for today. My name is Mark. Subscribe, comment, subscribe to my Patreon, like, and see you next time. Блять!